Now this here is Louisiana politics at its best.
If you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
But it's also racist as hell, and he ain't say nothing about opioid addicts, meth addicts, none of that other stuff, because he was trying to talk about a specific subset of people that...
We complain about everything. And that's why I'm glad this guy Kennedy down in Louisiana just said what he felt like saying. Because listen, man, if you're a glider, a glacier glider, there's nothing you can say that will not be twisted and misconstrued willfully and branded as some kind of, at the very least, tone deaf, insensitive. So I'm glad this guy just said what he felt like saying. If you don't like the police just because they're cops, next time you're in trouble, call a crackhead. Because had he said, listen, man, if he had given a polished statement, a very polished statement, this is a message to all our Louisianans who asked for the police to be defunded and protested and looted and destroyed many of our most beautiful cities in the name of defund the police movement. The next time you're in trouble, if you have a problem with the cops, you should think long and hard about all the things you did during the summer of 2020 and on into 2021 as the cops are on their way to help you after you call them. Man, why? Look, it ain't nothing changed since 1619. They still want us to act, the cops, we can't 911. We don't have the same access to 911 as everybody else. Why can't we just pick up 911? How come, what did we ever do to make people think that we don't deserve protection? Like, it was... There's nothing this guy could have said. There's no tone he could have taken. There's no way he could have phrased it. Nothing he could have done. It would have been considered, he would have been considered to be a staunch bigot. A bigot. There's nothing he could have done. So, salute to this guy for just coming out and saying it. And that's what we need from more people with the R next to their name. Because if you have that R next to your name and you're a politician, you're already a racist. There's nothing that can change that in the minds of Sun people.
If you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
But it's also racist as hell, and he ain't say nothing about opioid addicts, meth addicts, none of that other stuff. Because
or Twinkie addicts, big dog. He ain't say nothing about half-smoke addicts, man. You know? He ain't say nothing about Krispy Kreme addicts. So why you mad?
He was trying to talk about a specific subset of people that he doesn't give a damn about serving in Louisiana since he's been elected. We need...
So I guess he's saying that the guy, by saying crackheads and not saying opioid addicts, he was singling out Sun people. Well, here's my take on that. If you look at the cities, the major cities in Louisiana that account for the lion's share of the state's crime. If you look at those cities, Bogalusa, New Orleans, Shreveport, Baton Rouge. Anything with a parish on it. Look at the demographics in those places. And then come back to me and tell me whether you think they on opioids or crack.
About a specific subset of people that he doesn't give a damn about serving in Louisiana since he's been elected. We need leaders who have real solutions to the problems in our communities, not cowards like John Kennedy who drop one-liners and do nothing on the job. You're a piece of trash.
Now here's my thing. You get to call the glacier glider, a piece of trash, right? Let's just look at, and I want you guys to start thinking about this as you're out there, man. Think about all the little privileges that make a mountain of privileges for some people. This guy gets to call him a piece of trash under no circumstances. And I told you, like, Kennedy, I like them keeping it real, but even I will say this, man. Let me talk to you, Kennedy. Under no circumstances do you call a sun man politician or a sun woman politician a piece of trash. That's career suicide for you. You say that, you're done. What you mean we trashy? Look, it's the same thing as 1864. Well, they always seen us as trash. Of course I'm trash. I told you, trash. We trashed them. That's all they think. You will be speaking for the entirety of your race if you say that. If you call him a piece of trash, you will be speaking for every single member, all 240 million gliders in the country. When he calls you a piece of trash, he just speaking for himself. You lose everything. No one bats an eye when he says it.
Who drop one-liners and do nothing on the job. You're a piece of trash. Now this here is Louisiana politics.